Out at the range today, shooting my 1761 at 50 yards. ARA Unlimited Targets. I'm running 3 flags. It is about 50 degrees. There's a slight breeze, as you can see by the flags, not much, 0 to 5 miles an hour, so the wind shouldn't play much of a role. Running my Minotaur 12 by 60. Bald Eagle rest in the front. Protektor number 13 rear. Custom bag rider. Running a Sinclair front bag rider, if that helps. So that's kind of how it is today. So I'm out at the range today with my Anschutz 1761 MSR silhouette, and I'm going to shoot the Rimfire Central's 2550 challenge. I went out there to do the recording and didn't discover till I got back that the microphone was not working, so I have to do a voiceover for this particular video. I'm shooting 50 yards, obviously, with my 1761. I'm shooting SK long range for rifle ammunition. I have a Vector Minotaur 6D power scope, 12 by 60, set at 60. And using a Bald Eagle front rest with a Bald Eagle bag. I have a Protektor number 13 rear bag and a custom bag rider to deal with the cast off from a sporting style stock, not a bench rest stock. The wind was fairly calm, 3 to 5 miles an hour. I did have 3 flags set up at 20, 60, and 90 yards approximately, and was shooting from there. It was about 40 or 50, so it was way cooler than I typically like. I don't like to shoot much below 60 degrees, but that's where we're at. So initially I'm going to set it up and shoot the sighters. I'm checking right now to see that the gun slides smoothly in the stock, or in the rest, because I shoot free recoil. I'm adjusting to the upper left corner to shoot the sighters, and that's kind of a factory style bullseye. It's a little bigger, so it gives me some leeway to kind of rough things in, and then I typically shoot. There's the first shot. You see how well that did. Watching flags, looking at the wind, kind of waiting. See you on the next shot. There we go. That's the next shot. It wasn't as close to the first shot as I would like. You can probably hear the dogs barking in the background. There's shot number 3. Not sure what's got their attention. And number 4. So we dropped 3 in that spot, and we're going to probably do one more. Okay. Going to move over to the unlimited sighters now and see how well we do. Fine tuning, if you will. There's one. That looks pretty good. So we'll see if we put the second one in that same spot. Pretty much did. A little higher than perhaps I like, but I think that's about as good as we're going to get it. Believe we're dropping down to bull number 1. Here's where things typically fall apart. The first bull I rarely tag well. I'm not sure what the deal is, but it's just the way this kind of works. And there we go. As I see, or indicated, we didn't get it where I want it. Move over to number 2. Waiting and looking at the wind, looking at holding things, kind of making sure everything's kind of on target. There we go with that. Same kind of basic spot. I don't know, so I'm going to make a slight adjustment in my hold here to see how we do for the next bull or two. Going to shoot just to the right. That seemed to make a difference, so I'm going to try it again on the next shot, see how it holds up. And it did as well. I'm going to move over to the third. The wind is changing a little bit, so I'm going to hold more dead on. But it's largely kind of a calm day, so we're going to see what happens. That one dropped low. I'm not sure why, but it did. And so we're going to drop down and shoot bull 10, which is on the far right side, second row, and then shoot right to left. I'm dropping it down, securing it, fine tuning, waiting on the wind. We see a similar low shot that I'm not sure why. Moving to the next one over. I'm going to hold a little to the right or to the left of the dot and see how we do. It's a little better, but not much. So we're going to see about doing a little more. That was not where I intended it to go. So it doesn't look to me like the wind has shifted much, so I'm not sure what the story is. I'm going to the next one over, which is bull number 7, second to the from the right on the second row. And I'm going to hold on dot here, on dot. That 2 is kind of a little low to the right. So I'm going to go back to the left of the dot when I shoot. Just to the left, see what happens. Happier with that. Now we're going to drop down to the third row, bull number 11. I'm going to shoot to the same spot I did on the previous bull, which is just to the left of the dot. It's a little lower than I like, but it basically is working out. I'm going to go to 12, do the same hold. See what happens. And that one's a little lower, so I'm going to shoot just above the dot and just to the left on the next one. Waiting on the wind to kind of fit a bit. And that one did pretty well, so we're going to try that hold again on the next one. And it's a little lower than to the right that I would like, but I think it's pretty close and it could be ammo variation, so I'm not changing my hold. I'm shooting just to the left and a little above, so about 11 o'clock from the dot. Still low and to the right. So we're going to drop down to the next row, fourth row. Wind is seeming to shift. It's coming back being fairly calm. So I'm going to hold on dot here. I'm going to hold on dot. Oh, I'm very happy with that one. So we're going to move over and hold on dot for the next one as well. Not as happy with that, but I'm not picking up really any changes, so I'm going to just be consistent and hold on dot for the next one as well. I'm happy with that one. I'm going to hold on dot for the next one, thinking maybe the previous low one was just a variation in the ammo. Struggle getting that one into the chamber or drop it into the single shot adapter. Sometimes it gets a little crooked and messes with things. So on dot again. That's a little higher, but again, kind of in that expected variation with ammo. So we're going to continue with the on dot. Happy with that. So coming down to the last row, shooting left to right, starting with bull number 21. And I'm going to be holding on dot in this one as well because I don't think the wind has shifted much. It's a little lower to the left than I would like, but it is kind of roughly in there. So I'm going to be persistent and stick with my on dot here. Not sure that I'm going to make an adjustment that would make much sense. That would do better. And as we see, that one's high right, so holding on dot didn't make it any worse. And if I'd have been correcting for that low to the left, I would have just made that one worse. So the third one in, I'm going to hold on dot again. That's low to the right. Staying on dot. Not sure if it's the wind or just variations in the ammo or something with my trigger pull. And that one's high to the right. So we've got them kind of circling the drain, so to speak, all around the center dot. So the compensation doesn't seem to be making much difference. And we're going to finish out holding on dot as well. And that one tags center. So at least we finished out. Let's go see how it does.